Hey, so I am with you on this yogurt, super healthy yogurt journey. But one of the things we always kind of want to know is we hear about it and it's great that it's going to fix your gut, but there's a whole bunch of other things, and there's some big benefits that with a healthy gut, there's also some other stuff that comes with these different types of yogurt. So today I'm going to go over five kind of popular Dr. Davis healthy yogurts and talk about different ones and what they actually do. And I'm going to start with probably the best one, which is reuteri. So about done with this one. Got a little bit left. But I use the same Dr. Davis method to do this. 36 hours, 99 degrees. I think it's 37 degrees Celsius. And so I do that as well. I use another thing called a super yogurt. That's from another type of formula, which has some of these combined. So the good thing is that most of these can be combined into a single yogurt if you want to just make one type. I keep this one separate because, and I've got all these notes here. I'm going to post this into the in the description, so you have everything I have here. So reuteri, it cooks at 99 degrees or 37 degrees Celsius. It is fantastic for cleaning out your gut. Some other benefits that it has is that it will kill off the bacteria that gives bad breath and gingivitis, stuff like that. And I can attest to that. So probably about a week after I started eating this yogurt, and all my gums felt healthier. My bad breath was completely gone. And I don't smoke. I don't drink a lot of coffee. I don't eat like foods that would, cause that. But with the removal of that bacteria and also the removal of a lot of that other bacteria in the gut, cause that to go away. So there are some other things that it does. It of course fixes the gut, and it really does. I say within the first week, most of my symptoms were gone. Also, so if you have gas, you have IBS issues, it kind of helps with that. It stimulates the immune system. It reduces colds and influenza. I guess I can attest to that because I almost never get sick now. So it says it's also good for vaginal issues that you may have. That reduces the pH. It also helps with, I'll tell you one thing, I'm not sure if this is directly connected, but it did kind of like supercharge my brain. And I think that maybe because of it removing a lot of the bad bacteria that was releasing chemicals through my gut into my brain, causing issues like that. So if you have somebody that has issues with possible onset of like early set dementia or Alzheimer's or any kind of like brain issues, I would kind of stir them to this yogurt to see. So there's a lot. One of the really important things that this does, and I can attest to this as well, is that it improves your empathy, and it is dramatic how it does that. I really struggled with it, and it wasn't like I didn't care. It's just I just didn't have the ability. I didn't have the ability to empathize with other people. But now it's completely and totally changed. So this, by far, for me, is like the best bacteria that you can get. And also, people have reported that it helps with deeper sleep. And that's true. I also had deeper sleep with that. Now, another one that's really good is L-Casei, Lactobacillus casei. I'm not sure how you say it. But anyway, this one cooks at the same 99 degrees, 37 degrees Celsius. It's a common bacteria that you're going to find in a lot of probiotics. And it is, of course, it really does help a lot with IBS, inflammatory bowel disease. It's also reported to help with Crohn's disease. But I will tell you one thing. One thing you do have to be careful with. Now, I know these yogurts, the one thing that they say is if you're pregnant, stay away from it during your pregnancy. You can start, before or after, but there does have the ability to, y'all get supercharged when you're pregnant and you get that mix of DNA that unfortunately kind of mixes up with y'all. So there's a lot of chemical changes going on. And the last thing you need is a bacterial issue to get out of control. So stay away from this while you're pregnant, or if you think you're pregnant. And also if you have an autoimmune, if you're taking autoimmune suppressants, this is one thing I wish I could give my son, but I can't. He has autoimmune disorders, and I can't. I would love to give it to him, but it's just too risky. I have some as well, but mine are not as acute as his. So if you have those, maybe you can eat lighter versions, but you just need to be very careful, and you need to be very listen to your body. If something's not going right, then you need to stop, or absolutely go to the doctor and talk to them and give them full benefit. Tell them everything you're doing. So KCI also does is known to help with UC, ulcerative colitis. It's also been known to help with acne, allergies, eczema. Not so sure about the eczema. I have it. I have issues with it, so I've yet to find a bacteria that can help with that. Oral health problems, plaque, gingivitis, canker sores. So I'm pretty sure that that's the same, and I'm thinking that that's probably these good bacteria pushing out the bad ones, and that helps. So it also, this is another really important thing. It can help with stomach ulcers and Lyme disease. There's a lot of things that's listed down here. Rheumatoid arthritis, urinary tract or vaginal infections. So KCI seems like be a pretty good one. Now, B coagulans is known to help with rheumatoid arthritis. That's kind of its main thing. And the one thing that's different about this one, it has a hotter cook time. So we're talking about 118 degrees Fahrenheit, 48 degrees Celsius. So that means that it wouldn't be recommended to put these together. So a lot of the ones that are the same cook time, you can get a good mix of those. Granted, they're not going to be as strong as if you do it individually, but if you're limited on the amount of things you have and then time and whatnot, maybe that's an option. But this one is really good for arthritis, IBS. So every single one of these is good for your gut in ways that are better than just taking just the regular yogurt that they just cook for like 6 hours. So that's a popular one that used to be part of the SIBO protocol, but I think because of the higher cook time, he took that one out, and he added B subtilis, which also has a similar cook time of 99 degrees and for 37 degrees Celsius, or about 36 hours if you're mixing it with others. Now, the one note I've seen is that it has, if you're cooking it by itself, it's 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I usually just kind of pick something in the middle, like say 95 or 96, and that's between 32 and 38 degrees Celsius, and it cooks for 24 or 30 hours. So it doesn't have as much of a cook time. However, it does have some, so it's very good with, of course, healthy gut, reduces bloating, belching, flatulence. It gets rid of some constipation issues, indigestion. I might pick that one up. Also reduces diarrhea, body composition. So a reduction in body fat, increased lean muscle mass. So there are actually some studies done on that. So it also has the ability to bind to toxic heavy metals. That's a good thing. The funny thing I read, and I actually studied that there are a lot of bacteria in the gut that will bind to microplastics. However, the ones that do it the best are the ones that are worst for the body. So, there's some good and a bad in there with this bacteria. So I guess this is kind of fun that we're all kind of learning how this as well. So these are good. Now there's another one called L-Gaceri, and there's a specific strain of this called BRN17 that is good. It is reported to have, of course, you have all that wonderful gut stuff that it does, but it is also reported to do abdominal weight loss. So, meaning that folks that have taken it, there's been some studies that have done that some folks, they lost like 8% of their body mass, and especially around their gut. So I am tracking that. So if I experience this, I will let you know. But anyway, so there's a lot of different healthy yogurts out there. If you mix and match these together, so say you want to put reuteri, you want to put casei, and what's the other one? Subtilis in here, and cook those together. Just be cognizant that they are all going to be fighting for resources, and they will, they might not have the same potency as if you do it separately. However, if you're getting 2, 3, 4 yogurts and you do them all separately, you get on different cook times, it can be a little challenging, so I just stick to 2. However, the subtilis is, I think it's, I might have to pick that up after I did the research on it. It sounds like it would be worth putting in here. So anyway, just want to give you a little bit of information and some how-to on this. I really hope that this helps you out. If it does, it's great. It has completely changed my life for the better. In just so many ways. I just can't. I don't know. If I think of myself like a year ago to now, I'm like almost a completely different person. And I think it's just not having all those toxins going into my body all the time, and then having the benefit of that empathy. It's life changing. That's all I can say about it. So I wish y'all the best on this. If you have any questions or concerns, or you want to share your stories, feel free. That's probably the best thing about this, is I learn about what y'all are doing. So y'all take care, and good luck on this journey with you.